I can't tell if I look like a candy cane or Where's Wally. Either way, I'm okay with it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another Christmas video. Oh boy, we have just scraped the tip of the iceberg with these videos. There are so many more to come, but today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips about decorating for Christmas, mainly about preparing to decorate for Christmas, and a few little tips that might make that transition from regular house to Christmas Santa's grotto a little bit easier. And I also want to show you guys how I'm decorating for Christmas in my house. I do want to show you an update later on, so this is just the first basic stages of decorating because it's not finished yet, but I've done quite a bit and I really like how it's turning out. It feels like the North Pole. I love it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into these tips. I really hope some of them are helpful for you. Tip number one is make sure that you have got everything you need beforehand. Now, I'm not talking about Christmas decorations here. You probably already have your decorations. I'm talking about the things you don't think you need until you're putting up the decorations, and then you have to make a surprise trip to the supermarket to go and get command hooks, scissors, tape, etc. So here's a brief list of some of the things that you might need. First off, hooks. I use sticky back hooks for hanging a lot of wreaths on my mirrors and picture frames. However, I've made this mistake twice already this season. The ones from Poundland or any kind of dollar store place, not good. Don't use them, they won't hold up anything. Try and stick with the Command brand ones or an equally decent brand. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. My poor wreath has fallen down too many times. Speaking of hooks, you might want a wreath hook for the door as well. Those are really inexpensive. You can get those from Poundland and they're really good. Sellotape. I didn't know how much I would need this, but tape is really handy to have. And of course, scissors for cutting off tags, cutting ribbon, etc. Make sure you have a good stock of those little metal bauble hanging clips for your Christmas tree or anything else, because I always find that mine are a bit bent out of shape or I'm missing half of what I need. String and ribbon is so handy for literally anything Christmas related, whether you're tying up garland or stringing baubles from the ceiling, have some on hand. And while we're at it, storage boxes. You might think I don't need to worry about that until January, but if you don't have a good Christmas storage solution, I highly recommend trying to figure it out now to save yourself the time in January, because if you have it all in place, it'll feel a lot less stressful when the time comes to put stuff away. I like to use large food storage containers for things like small ornaments, and I also like to then categorize them by type and by area that I use them in, so this becomes really handy the next year when you want to bring them back out. Try and keep to one type of tub. It makes it so much easier when you put it away because you can stack them all nice and neatly. I don't think I've missed anything off of my list, but if I have, I'm going to put it on screen now and you can try and pick some of these things up if you think you're going to need them. Moving swiftly on, what was that? Before you put your decorations up, you're obviously gonna want to have a pretty good deep clean. There are a few nasty things that I had to tackle that I'd left for a couple of weeks because they were so disgusting and I just couldn't face doing it. For example, the pigeons outside my house are like this big and they've been using my chimney as a toilet. Not a fan. Those are some very niche and specific cleaning problems that you might not have, but go through, clean all the rooms that you're going to decorate, do the surfaces, do the floors, and make sure everything is tip-top. I did not realize how much cleaning up of pigeon poo I would be doing as a homeowner. I really thought it'd be all fun and games, but it's not. Although I love cleaning, I feel like it's very calming. I do find that it's one of those tasks that just eats away at my time, and by the end of the day I think, what else did I do today? So I do like to try and multitask a bit and listen to a book while I'm cleaning. Recently I've been using Blinkist. They're very kindly sponsoring this video. They're really interesting. What they do is they take non-fiction books about pretty much anything. They've got loads of really popular books that they manage to condense into 15 minutes and very short chapters called blinks. That way you can learn a lot in a short space of time. I listened to 2 books on Blinkist recently. The first was Get Your Together, which I've been meaning to read for a really long time and just never gotten around to, which is very ironic because the whole book is about finding the time to prioritize your goals and time management and things like that. And the second one that I listened to was actually one that I read years ago and I really wanted to reread it. It's actually the book You Are a Badass, and I really enjoyed it the first time round. Listening to it and having the points condensed was so helpful because I was able to pick out the most important points that I found relevant from the book. If you want to try it for yourself, if you use the link below, the first 100 people get a free 7-day trial. The trial is completely free. You can cancel at any time if you don't want the full membership, just so you know. But yeah, if you want to use it, try the free trial, see if you like it, and you can also get 25% off the full membership if you use the link in the description. So yeah, if you're doing some cleaning for your Christmas prep, maybe check out Blinkist. Moving on, once you've done your cleaning, or before, if you want to do it before, it's up to you. Take down any items that aren't Christmas related that really might interfere with your decor style. As you guys know, I love the color pink. I've got a lot of pink bits in my sitting room, but those items don't really go with my Christmas decor. So I've just put them away for the time being, and I'm gonna put them back up in January. Now comes the fun part, getting out your decorations. Take all of your Christmas decorations and put them all in one place so that you can see what you have. I have just put all of my Christmas decorations on this table behind me. When I say all, I don't actually mean all of them. There's more, but like this is like the small things. So I'm gonna look through this stuff, decide what my theme is gonna be. Anything that doesn't match that I'm not going to use, I'm going to donate. Anything that doesn't match that I am going to use, I will probably put in my office because it's most likely pink. Let's get cracking. It's important to do this for a few reasons. One, you can see what you have before you buy anything new. The second reason is you can make a theme. You might have lots of varying Christmas decorations and that might be a bit overwhelming, so try and decide what your main theme is. Mine's Christmas Winter Wonderland little woodland animals this year, so I've put most of the majority of that stuff in my sitting room. So create your themes, divide it room by room, and then if you have anything left over that you're not going to use this year, maybe you didn't use it last year, consider whether you want to get rid of those items and donate them to charity or to friends and family and give them a new home. You don't really want to be storing any excess stuff next year and the year after and the year after that if you're not going to use it. If while you've taken all your Christmas decorations out, you think you need a few more things to fill in gaps, like an extra garland or a wreath or something, wait until the last minute once you've done everything before you go out and buy it. You might be surprised by how much you have, or you might be surprised by how little you have. So either way, I would recommend putting up your decorations before you buy anything. And when it comes to the decorating, if you have an artificial tree, which I have, it's pretty fluffy, but there's like a little bit of a gap. I like to stuff a garland into the Christmas tree. I feel like this really fluffs it out and makes it look a lot more natural. Another tip if you have an artificial Christmas tree is if you want that Christmassy smell in your house, maybe you can burn a few candles that are Christmas tree scented, or you can hang some of those Christmas tree scent sticks into your tree, and that will make it feel a lot more realistic too. So those are my main tips for prepping and decorating for Christmas, and of course I want to show you guys how my sitting room and my house turned out with all of the decorating bits that I did during this video. So here is that. It's not quite finished yet. I've got quite a lot of things that I'd like to do. The one area of my life that I am not willing to declutter yet is my Christmas collection. In the words of Marie Kondo, it brings me joy. It brings me so much joy that my heart could explode. So I'm still in the process of figuring out a couple of things that I would like to put in a couple of the rooms that I don't already have. So I'm gonna be on a mission over the next few weeks to find those things and finish up my house. But I'll keep you guys updated and show you the full house when it's done. With all of that being said, if you want some more festive stuff, I'm gonna link a few of my older Christmas videos and playlists around on the screen. Not sure where it goes, but somewhere. So if you want to go check them out and feel extra festive, please do. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys are having a great Christmassy season. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye. The box said 6 foot. I feel like you said you were taller on your profile.